Lisa and Jen are Subs heroes. Now they're joining me in studio. We are going to unpack the Subs program, what it is, and why they are cycling in these races to get sanitary pads to schoolgirls who need them. Hello guys.
Hi, thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming in and thank you for wearing your get-up in this cold, cold weather.
Always a pleasure.
Now, why don't you start off by telling me what exactly a Subs hero is?
Okay, well, Subs, let's start with Subs. It's actually a company that manufactures washable, reusable sanitary wear. And basically there's a need for it because millions of girls in South Africa can't go to school for 1 week in a month because they don't have access to sanitary wear.
1 week every month?
1 week every month.
Wow.
And the sad fact of it is that they just fall behind and eventually they fall out of school. So Subs are just trying to help as many girls as possible basically to stay in school.
Wow. So why don't you tell me, Subs has created the pants and pads packs that we are trying to distribute to as many schoolgirls as possible. What are those packs?
Well, the packs are basically consist of 3 panties with clips in them, and then you have 9 pads, and the pads basically clip into the panty. And yeah, they can use that as you would use any pad. When they're done with it, they put it away in a little sealable bag, and then they basically wash it. And they can use it 1 pack for 200 Rand a pack for up to 5 years.
Wow. Now, it doesn't seem like something, you know, there's a lot of different causes, a lot of different issues that people are always talking about, but sanitary pads for schoolgirls is something that often gets overlooked. How did the Subs program come to be? What's the history behind it?
Well, Sue Barnes basically had a little girl in school, and she's in KwaZulu-Natal. She's the founder of Subs. And the usual thing happened. There was a request from the school to help some girls, little packs of toothpaste, etc., and then also sanitary pads. And that's where she realizes that these girls that don't have sanitary pads, and she thought, but what does it help to supply 1 pack for 1 month? And she comes from the clothing industry and the designing industry, and she just thought, no, she can't live with this. She has to start doing something. And she basically just started designing the stuff and went through an extremely thorough process to make sure that it's a good product. It's SABS tested for absorbency. It's approved by a pharmacist as well as by a gynecologist. So she's basically done a superb job to help the girls, as I said, for up to 5 years with 1 pack.
Wow, that's amazing. And it's actually up to 3 months of school that the girls end up missing a year once you add up that week every month. That's
tragic.
Yes, that's tragic.
Yeah, you can't think that in the 2014 that we're living that is a reality, and not even only of girls but also of adult people. If you start thinking of KwaZulu-Natal, the very remote places, funding is always a problem for them, but apart from the funding, some of them just live way too far from shop, so they don't have access to shops to go and buy the stuff.
This might sound like a silly question, but what do they do instead?
They do terrible, sad things, like for instance, take cloth or newspaper that they put in instead of the pads.
Sanitary.
Yeah, so and some of them just don't go to school. I mean, they just stay at home because, I mean, how can they move around if they don't have something? And yeah, there are terrible stories of them actually just using old pads and filling that up with sand and leaf, which is so unhygienic, and as you can imagine, it causes huge health problems for them as well.
Wow. Now, how many pants and pads packs have been given out so far?
35,000 in the last 4 years. So, and Sue has been operating mainly by herself, and she's done amazing things in the short time that she's been involved with the Subs project.